Middle of last year, I lost a really, really good friend to suicide. He was from my military days when I was serving. He was instrumental in my career. He was motivational, funny. Um, and the sad fact was that he found that he had no choice but to take his life. And it was devastating news. And I can remember sitting in the funeral, looking left and right, and mine included, seeing many, many people with tearful faces as the service went on, and it was tragic. But I can remember at that point thinking to myself, I've got to do something to try and help. Now, for those of you who are obviously following this channel, you'll know that I'm a high performance coach, an executive coach, and I'm in the personal development world, the performance world. And so I was thinking to myself, obviously with my background, I've been doing this for 2 decades and 10 years in the military, 10 years out of the military in the coaching world. What could I do? And decided that the best thing that I could do was to share some of the thoughts to create a guidebook that might just help with personal reflection, with support for your team members. Now, it's born of a SOP, a standard operation procedure from the military days, and one that we used to call the 5 and 20s. And the 5 and 20s were simply a tactic of self-preservation. It was a fact that when you were on foot patrol or in a vehicle patrol, and anytime you stopped in the field of operation, you would conduct a check. So that check went like this. You debus from the vehicle, and as an individual, you do your 5-meter check of where you're going to take cover. Once you've done a thorough check of yourself, you then go and do a 20-meter check with the rest of the team of the entire area. So 5 and 20s is a pretty decent metaphor for building mental health resilience. And as we used to call it in the military, the buddy-buddy system. Check yourself, check your buddies. Make sure that you're operating at the highest level and that your team are as well. So the buddy-buddy system has been something that I grew up with, all the way throughout my military service. And it struck me that outside, once I left, that isn't there. But it is. And it is in such a way that the camaraderie never goes away, that I've still got all of my friends. I can reach out to all of my friends. I can have a conversation with all of my friends. Today, more than ever, it's easier to stay in touch with all of my friends. And so the whole premise of the buddy-buddy, of the 5 and 20-meter checks, I put into the book. And so, this book is now published, it's available on Amazon. And you may know somebody who would benefit from it. You may benefit from it. And in which case, I encourage you to grab a copy and have a read. And have a look at, what it means in the context, following this metaphor, what it means to do your 5-meter checks. To look at what makes you tick. To look at the triggers. To look at how you respond to them. And then to look at the wider context of the 20-meter checks. How are my buddies all right? Do I need to check on them? It might be that you're a family member, husband or wife, son or daughter. Whatever the circumstances, a veteran, you may still be serving. Hopefully, this might just be a little guide that helps along the way. So go do your 5 and 20s. Thank you.